Amara, a strong and independent woman, was married to Tunde, a charming and successful businessman. Amara's best friend, Ifeoma, has been her confidant for years. The three have shared many joyous moments, but underneath the surface, there is a dark secret that is about to be revealed. Amara wasn't sure what to make of the changes in her body, the nausea, the dizziness, the constant feeling that something wasn't right. It wasn't just the physical symptoms. There was an uneasiness settling deep in her heart, a sense that her life was about to change forever. Little did she know, the truth that awaited her would shatter everything she thought she knew about love and trust. Amara's best friend, Ifeoma, visits her later that evening, and the two sit together, chatting as they always have. Ifeoma casually suggests that Amara might be pregnant, offering her a pregnancy test she had stashed in her bag. Amara's heart races at the possibility. Could this be the news that would make everything perfect with Tunde, her husband? She takes the test and waits, filled with excitement and nervousness, imagining the joy of starting a family. As the two women sit in silence, waiting for the results, Tunde walks into the room. His expression is distant, filled with tension. He shares a quick glance with Ifeoma, and in that split second, Amara senses something is terribly wrong. What's going on? Why do you both look so off? Tunde, trembling with anxiety, takes a deep breath and delivers the truths that will forever change their lives. Ifeoma is pregnant, and it's my child. At that moment, the world seemed to freeze for Amara. Her mind struggled to catch up with the words she had just heard. Her best friend, her husband, the two people she trusted the most in the world, had done the unimaginable. Amara feels the walls closing in on her as Tunde stammers through his explanation. He tries to justify his actions, saying he never intended for things to happen this way, that his feelings for Ifeoma grew over time. Ifeoma stands there in silence, unable to look Amara in the eyes. The room grows tense as Amara's emotions swing between shock, disbelief, and anger. She rises to her feet, her voice trembling with rage as she confronts both Tunde and Ifeoma. How could they betray her like this? How long had this affair been going on behind her back? Tunde's explanations fall flat. Every word feels like a deeper betrayal. Amara turns to Ifeoma, who still remains silent, her guilt written all over her face. The silence stings harder than any excuse. I trusted you, Ifeoma. You were like a sister to me. How could you do this to me? The pain in Amara's voice echoed through the room. This was no ordinary betrayal. It was the kind that could rip apart souls, the kind that would leave scars that time couldn't heal. Amara's heart was breaking and her world was crumbling all around her. The confrontation reaches a fever pitch as Amara, overwhelmed with emotions, demands that they both leave her house. Tears stream down her face as she struggles to process the depth of the betrayal she's just experienced. As Tunde and Ifeoma leave, Amara collapses onto the floor, lost in a flood of memories, flashbacks of happier times, the moments when she, Tunde, and Ifeoma were inseparable, the days filled with laughter, celebrations of birthdays, and the closeness they all shared. In one memory, Amara remembers when she first introduced Tunde to Ifeoma, her best friend since childhood. She had been so proud of the love she had found with Tunde, so excited to share her happiness with Ifeoma. But now, that very happiness had been poisoned. How did it come to this? Amara's heart was heavy with grief, thinking back on all the times they had shared. She had always trusted Ifeoma completely, and now all of that trust had been shattered in an instant. The love she thought she had found in Tunde was nothing more than a lie. Days pass, and the emotional weight of the betrayal continues to bear down on Amara. Tunde tries to speak with her privately, hoping to explain himself further. He admits that he had been unhappy in their marriage for some time, but didn't have the courage to speak up. He insists that he never wanted to hurt her, but his feelings for Ifeoma grew, and now there was no turning back. Amara, her voice trembling, "You should have told me, Tunde. If you were unhappy, you should have spoken to me, not betrayed me with the person I trusted the most." The tension between them grows as Tunde desperately tries to salvage something of their relationship. But Amara is too hurt, too broken to even consider it. Tunde's words felt like empty promises to Amara. Nothing could undo the betrayal. Nothing could take away the pain that had settled deep in her heart. She knew there was no going back. Months later, just as Amara begins to put her life back together, a knock comes at her door. She opens it to find Ifeoma standing there, looking gaunt and broken. Ifeoma reveals that she lost the baby and Tunde has since left her. Now alone and desperate, she turns to Amara, pleading for forgiveness. Tears stream down Ifeoma's face as she begs Amara for a second chance, for the friendship they once shared. "Please, Amara, I'm sorry. I don't have anyone else. I've lost everything." Amara stands frozen at the door, her emotions torn. Could she forgive Ifeoma for what she did? Could their friendship ever be the same after such a betrayal? The weight of the decision presses down on her as Ifeoma continues to sob, begging for Amara's forgiveness. Amara's mind was spinning. Should she forgive Ifeoma? Could she? The betrayal was too deep, the wounds too fresh. But there, standing before her, was the woman she had once called her sister. Broken and alone, could their friendship be salvaged? Or was it time for Amara to finally close this painful chapter of her life? Ifeoma reaches out, but Amara takes a step back, her emotions swirling with pain, anger, and a touch of empathy. She speaks softly, her voice filled with resolve. "Ifeoma, I loved you like a sister. You were my family. But what you and Tunde did, I don't know if I can ever forgive that. I don't know if I can ever trust you again." Ifeoma drops to her knees, begging, "Please, Amara, I'm sorry. I've lost everything." Amara's eyes fill with tears, but she doesn't waver. She takes a deep breath and shakes her head. "I can't forgive you, not now. Maybe one day, but not today. I need time to heal. I need to let go of this pain." With a heavy heart, Amara closes the door, leaving Ifeoma outside, broken and alone. Days turn into weeks and weeks into months. Amara begins to rebuild her life piece by piece. The pain from the betrayal still lingers, but she is determined to move forward, to reclaim her happiness and sense of self. She reconnects with her friend Kemi, who has been her pillar of strength throughout the ordeal. The two sit at a cafe, enjoying the peaceful Lagos evening, discussing life, love, and the future. "You've come so far, Amara. I'm proud of you. You've shown so much strength," said Kemi. Amara smiles, her eyes reflecting both sadness and hope. "Thanks, Kemi. I've learned that sometimes the people we love the most are the ones who hurt us the deepest. But I'm done looking back. I've accepted the past for what it is, and I'm moving forward. I deserve peace. One evening, as Amara relaxes at home, there's a knock on the door. She opens it to find Tunde standing there with a remorseful look on his face. Amara, can we talk? Amara's heart skips a beat. The man who shattered her world now stands before her, asking for a second chance. But she is no longer the same woman. She has grown, found her inner strength, and healed from the wounds he caused. There's nothing left to say, Tunde. You made your choice. Tunde looks down, his voice trembling. I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you. I've made mistakes. I've lost everything. Amara, now calm and composed, shakes her head. You lost me, Tunde. You lost everything the moment you chose betrayal. I've moved on, and so should you. With a sense of finality, she closes the door on Tunde for the last time. Her heart no longer heavy with sorrow, she feels a sense of freedom and closure. Amara sits on her balcony later that night, looking up at the stars. She reflects on everything that's happened, the betrayal, the heartbreak, and the journey of healing. She knows that life will never be perfect, but she also knows that she has the strength to face whatever comes next. In the end, Amara learned that healing doesn't come from holding on to the people who hurt you. It comes from letting go, from choosing yourself when others choose to betray you. Life isn't always fair, and sometimes the people we trust the most will be the ones who break our hearts. But through it all, Amara found her strength, her peace, and the courage to move forward. Thank you for watching this powerful story of betrayal, heartbreak, and redemption. Amara's journey is one of strength and resilience, a reminder that no matter how deep the scars, we all have the power to heal and grow. What would you do if you were in Amara's shoes? Could you forgive, or would you let go like she did? Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more gripping African folk tales and modern dramas that touch your heart and soul. Stay tuned for our next story, filled with intrigue, suspense, and emotional twists that will keep you on the edge of your seat. You won't want to miss it.